Sports Podcast. I said, welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast with Andy, Ruther, and Praino. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast.
Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Steamboat, Colorado, Joey No Chill Praino.
Hello, Andy.
The triumphant return.
That's right. It's good to be back. So much has happened since I was gone. So much has happened in the sports world. So much has happened in the dirty sports world. So much has happened in the world.
No lie, I was thinking last night, I go, it feels like Praino's been gone for a month.
I mean, literally everything. Like, think about, I did a show in Tokyo. That was like the second night I was there. That was the day we started bombing Iran.
Is it what is that, 24th, 25th, 26th?
Yeah, something like that. 26th. Yeah. And it's like, I mean, everything, like, so much has happened. I mean, free agency started. Bam scored 83. You dropped the first episode of the podcast as a throwback. I was called into questioning by the FBI about some of the things that you said.
But by the way, if you're not a Substack subscriber and you want the raw, unedited, what I call cringe version of Andy Ruther, oh boy, it is.
I haven't gotten the chance to listen yet, but I have seen a lot of the feedback. And, first of all, shout out to you for putting it out there. What a absolute treat to give the Substack subscribers that we obviously always appreciate. And maybe we don't say that enough, but, I was thinking about it. We talked briefly before the show started today. It's like, when it comes to like cringe and cancelable and like being ashamed of the stuff that, like, whatever, it's like, what more can somebody ask for than to have a direct comparison to where they were 12 years ago and just say, like, look at what's become of me as a man.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even say, like, for me listening to it's not even like shame. It's more internally. It's definitely like, oh God, dude, I went there, or I said that, or I sound like a douche. I all those things are true. But for me, yeah, it's like, I agree. It is an evolution as humans, hopefully. I shouldn't say humans, but like a personal evolution as a person. Yeah. Now, when I heard that, I was like, because it's very raunchy, especially about like the sex stuff. I'm thinking like, ugh, that two little girls. And then I'm thinking of Brittany. And it was tough. Now, the Kobe Bryant shot challenge, I was literally, I'm not just saying this, laughing out loud throughout listening to it. And I said this to you before we recorded today. You even see the difference of the show from episode 1 to Kobe just 2 years later, even just as far as you and me. And I mean, in episode 1, here's a sneak peek. In episode 1, I'm debating, or I'm saying, like, I would suck off Richard Sherman for $1 million and swallow. like, dude, it's
wild.
It's wild.
And now in 2026, $1 million is worthless. It's like,
it's 1 week at daycare.
In 2014, you're like, I'll suck. You're basically saying in 2014 dollars, I'll suck off Richard Sherman for $11.
Well, I told Praino, guys, here's what I'm deciding to do. The response, and thank you guys again. The feedback has been great. Re-releasing Kobe Bryant Shot Challenge episode 1. So for the rest of the year, every other week, I'm going to re-release an old episode for Substack subscribers. So basically 2 a month. And who knows? Maybe if I'm in a good mood, or if I want to, go through and find them, which I will, because it's actually, in a weird way, it's a nice self-reflection for the show, for you, for me. So I'm gonna re-release these every Wednesday, every other week. And there's been a lot of requests, to be honest,
Wow.
of certain episodes.
Is there one that's like leading the request charge? Is there one that got like multiple requests?
So, I mean, we've done a few obviously before these last two, but I was thinking in my head, there's a few good ones. I definitely, one that's kind of fallen through the cracks nobody's talked about, and there'll be some real good gems in there. Our first NFL guest, John Ryan,
Oh yeah.
former Seahawks punter.
Yeah.
There's some good ones in there, but then there's just ones that, again, like, I'm in a way not scared to just play. Like, I'm gonna find, and I want to find like the first ever Ruther Praino, like Russell Wilson debate,
Let's go.
or like, again, like back when I was dick riding Kobe. Speaking of a transformation,
Thank God, man. It's so great. It's so great to see how far you've come.
which, by the way, is a great segue.
To me as a sports fan, it's like, and you, again, I haven't listened to the first episode yet. I will sit down and listen. I'm just as scared as you are of, hearing a 12-year-old version of myself. But if I was you, I'd be more cringe about Kobe dick riding than I was about.
Oh yeah, no, I
talking about
agree. It'll be cringe. And one last thing in the first episode, the audio is also awful, which is funny. And I'll just be fully honest with you guys. We had it set up for right, like when Joe speaks, it's in your right ear or whatever, left ear, and then when I speak, it's in the other ear. If you're listening to your AirPods, because we didn't record it correctly, so that's the original audio file. So definitely the technology's come a long way. But the Kobe stuff will be cringe. Although 2026 Kobe stands sound like 2014 Andy Ruther.
I can't believe this shit. I mean, I say that and it's like, how can you not believe it? This has been going on your whole life. You had to do this with Ruther 12 years ago, and now and like all along the way, and everything that's happened with, post Kobe death, PR shift and everything. It's just so fucking lame. Let me get one thing out of the way right now. Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points. It's lame in that you have to, if you score 60 points in an NBA game, and I think that might be like the base number, 60 points. It might truly be less. Although I would argue that, you can have a 40 or into a 50-point game that plays within the legitimate style of NBA basketball, and you're just on fire, and you shoot a little more because you're on fire. And that used to be the bar. Would be like, bro, that guy scored 50. You score 60 points in a basketball game. You're a fucking ball hog. You're hogging the ball. And the truth is, I don't think that there's a 60-point performance, and if you look at it, like even the 63-point Michael Jordan playoff game, where you're actually helping your team win. I actually think that there's a certain number of shots that one player can take and a certain number of points that one player can make where you're not actually contributing in a positive manner to your team winning. Now, you might say, but Kobe won his 81-point game and Bam won his 83-point game. And it's like, yeah, but guess what? He probably would have blown them the fuck out if everybody was getting involved, if everybody was scoring. So I'm not here to defend Bam not being a fucking ball hog. What I'm pointing out is every single one of Kobe Bryant's performances was that people are pissed off that Bam Adebayo had one game where he played like Kobe Bryant played his whole career.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant is the most selfish, biggest ball hogging, egomaniac, narcissist, sociopath, psychopath that has ever played in the NBA. Nothing about his career was quote unquote ethical. Nothing about his career was unselfish. He's the most selfish player in NBA history. And the guys who fucking ride his dick, you're losers.
Well, I think well, I concur with everything, and I think they are losers, but I also think they're ignorant, uninformed, truthfully uneducated in this area. I mean, I think all those things. It's wild to me, and it's actually fitting that we just released your epic Kobe Bryant shot challenge, because you and I have said it all along. If you go back and watch Kobe's final game, it was an exhibition game. The Lakers won 17 games that year, I believe.
Yeah.
So this notion, I guess I'm naive. I wasn't prepared for it. And obviously I didn't watch, like a lot of us didn't watch the Wizards Heat game, but obviously I'm following along on social media as he's racking up the points. And I am naive, because I was like, this is where this conversation is going, and this is where it's continued to go. As far as, like you said, these terms like ethical. Well, we're not euthanizing our dog who needs to die in an ethical, like that's where you use the term, like, are you doing it in a humane and ethical way? We're talking about scoring basketball points. Some of these headlines are absolutely insane. Again, this notion of protecting Kobe's legacy.
Here's the other thing to remember. And this is a really important thing that I think needs to be said, because I've seen numerous things. Bam passing Kobe, Bam breaking Kobe's record. Kobe didn't hold a record. Kobe didn't hold a fucking record. We are in fucking, I hate to say it, but we are in Riley Gaines territory now. We're talking about who passed or tied for not winning something. Kobe Bryant doesn't have the most points in an NBA basketball game. Kobe Bryant doesn't have the most points in an NBA playoff game. You're protecting.
He doesn't have the most points in NBA career.
You're protecting who scored the second most points in a game. It's lunacy.
Also, again, for all the young heads, love you. I remember watching that game, the Kobe Toronto Raptors game, for the record. I was living in Las Vegas at the time, right? Like, it was 2005 when he did it. I remember that 81-point game, because I specifically remember I was working at Caesar's Palace the next day, all of us talking about it. It wasn't like this amazing thing to watch. You're like, oh, he's putting up a lot of points. The Lakers sucked. The Raptors weren't good. It was a similar situation. I mean, these headlines are absolutely.
And just to add my team in there, the same thing goes for when Carmelo had his big game, and everybody's like, "Oh, remember the time Carmelo scored 62?" And I'm like, "Yes, I remember the season where the Knicks lost more games than they've ever lost in a season."
Yeah. I have seen some pushback, though, as well, on the other side of people coming from our point of view. But again, some of these headlines, why don't I read a few of these? I mean, the Bleacher Report, which is a clown show, literally put out an article. And I know it's clickbait. I'm not naive. And I know that's what they're trying to do. Most ethical 70-plus point games ever. They're ranking the most, like, what does that even mean?
Well, you had Tyler on the show last week?
It was great, by the way. Tyler Dunne was great.
Tyler was awesome. Shout out to Tyler Dunne for stepping in my absence. What a great episode, and what an incredibly knowledgeable NFL guy.
And he will be back during the season, by the way.
Hell yeah. You know, when you look at a guy like that who is now, like us, on Substack doing his thing independently because a Bleacher Report no longer wanted to foot the bill for actual journalism, you can almost guarantee that the most ethical 70-point NBA game article was written by AI. Like, that's just some shit you put in some dumb headline idea. Oh, churn out the true shooting percentages for scoring game. It's like, bro, if you score again, I think more than 60, and that might be pushing it. You haven't done it without being a hyper selfish person.
Yeah. Are the Wizards a joke? Are the Wizards in complete tank mode? All those things are true. He still scored 83. Like
right.
This
ball
is,
still had to go in the basket.
My through line on all this is, dude, go try to score 83 anywhere.
That's what I said. That's what I said the other day. I said the total JV points of the people criticizing this is not 83 combined.
It's just such a shit take. And then you have stories like, you know, and I subscribe to The Athletic. We subscribe to The Athletic.
Well, you do, but I have your login.
Because you have my login. Sam Amick from The Athletic literally wrote an editorial piece why Bam Adebayo and the Heat should have stopped at 81, just like the broadcast said, rather than taking Kobe's mark. He literally says, listen to this in like the second paragraph. I didn't watch more than a few minutes of the game against the Washington Generals or Wizards, nor do I plan to. Okay, so you didn't watch the game. So we have no context, and you're writing an entire article on it. It's embarrassing. The thought that you're supposed to take yourself out, like you said, out of what respect? When has anyone ever done this in sports, Joe? When has anyone ever done this?
Also, you know, these absolute lunatics can't even be consistent. Is it Mamba mentality? He doesn't blink when somebody tries to pass the ball into his face, and he didn't let his teammate in high school score a single point in one-on-one, and he ran through Pau Gasol's chest in the Olympics because he's Mamba mentality. We need to protect his legacy. We need to make sure that the number 2 most points in the game ever is for the baby Mamba.
I mean, look, Bam had 31 after the first quarter on 10 of 16 shooting on 5 of 8 threes, right?
Let's be honest. Here is how it all went down and how it occurs is he had one of those out of his mind first quarters.
Yeah.
And then they were like, hey, this team fucking sucks. What if we like do a thing here?
Yeah. And then, I mean, even at half, right? So at halftime, Bam's sitting at 43 on 13 of 24 shooting, right? So 12 of 14 free throws. It's like he's sitting at 43 at halftime. Like you said, just goes lights out to start the game. It's so sad. And I'm going to play a call here from A. Millie, who I agree with. And he
let me also say about A. Millie, you know, one of the great dirtballs of all time. And generally, and this is why I like A. Millie, in addition to being a great dude who I've hung out with numerous times and is a lot of fun and is funny and is a great character, is he's most of this time, besides the Zach Mettenberg lore, he's on the right side of history almost entirely. Like he's only got good takes besides the Zach Mettenberg, Les Miles, you know, royalty.
Forgot about that one. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, it's funny. I'll play the call here right now. We have talked about this before I play his call. Like, He's like, if you guys talk about this. And I also thought as well the same thing that he's alluding to, comparing the NFL records with the NBA, because I definitely thought about that. Okay, so let's get to his call here.
What up, fellas? This is Millie. Listen, this might be a little long-winded. Apologize in advance, Ruther, but I don't know if we've spoken on this topic before in the past, but does the NBA have the worst takes from former players in the media? Like, it's disgusting how terrible they are. You don't hear the NFL, former players, bitch and moan and complain about, records getting broken or just players just being better than them. Obviously, I'm talking about, Bam Adebayo's 83 points and just the complaints and the bitching and moaning and crying that I saw on Twitter last night was just flat out disgusting. And we all know who's doing the crying. It's Kobe stans. It's Kobe stans crying and bitching about a record that's not even his. He's fucking second. And they're still just bitching, trying to just say it's unethical, whatever the fuck that means. The nerve of Kobe fans talking about players being unethical. And another thing, people are complaining saying, oh, he shot 40 free throws. If you feel like that, I want you to go outside, run a mile, then go shoot 43 free throws back to back. I will put my life savings on the line that the people that are complaining about that wouldn't hit 20 of them. Bam Adebayo hit 36 playing the entire second half. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Condoms are for Kobe stands. I wish they'd all packed in that fucking plane that Kobe went down in.
Shots fired.
That's one of the great Millie calls we've ever had.
It was a great call. I mean, he hit on everything. And again, he's right. Like, I have to address the ethical thing again. You know what the irony, which I'm sure Kobe stans don't even know what it means, but you know what the irony is? Kobe was an unethical person. Kobe was a guy who was involved in rape, sexual assault. Kobe was a guy who snitched on his teammate at the time, Shaquille O'Neal, bringing into some indiscretions that he had with his side pieces. Kobe was a guy hated by his teammates, which we'll get to here in a minute, which has been well documented, not just through interviews, books, the whole 9 yards. So the irony is Kobe was an unethical guy.
Yeah.
He was not a good dude.
What's amazing is like, this is all a great part of NBA marketing, which, Millie was like, how come this doesn't happen in other sports? And the truth is the NBA has done a great job of marketing people and players and personalities, as opposed to the NFL that markets the shield and the brand and your team, and baseball that doesn't market at all. So, the NBA is built around, these, it started with Magic and Larry and Michael Jordan and all that, but they're great at marketing players. And so you have guys like Kobe Bryant, like LeBron James, like Jordan, whatever, that people grew up rooting for them instead of their hometown team. And they're like, this is my guy. Now, the way that manifests is obviously now we have a bunch of like 22 to 32 or 42-year-old Kobe stans who like grew up watching this guy and now just like ride his dead dick. And the NBA is like, this is good for us too, though, because all of this conversation is just a conversation around the NBA. So even though the conversation is a terrible one, the NBA, exactly. There's no such thing as bad press.
Yeah. And you are right. And that is the difference. The marketing. I don't know if you remember when Tom Brady broke Dan Marino's most touchdown passes in a season. There's only accolades from Marino. And then Peyton Manning then breaks that, right, a few years later. And you're right. And if I recall correctly, I feel like some of these guys are present, at the record breaking in the NFL. Yeah, you're right. You never hear that. And the first part of his call, he is right. I don't know why. I mean, we have said this, and I've said it forever. It's the only sport where we we idolize the 90s and like the early 2000s, and it is weird because the former players, yeah, their takes are because you're seeing it. Oh, such a just like you guys were
But
all
that's
just
why. But it's the same thing that I just said. You know, you hear in the NFL, like you'll hear a Saquon Barkley be like, you know, it's like an honor to sign with the team I grew up rooting for. No one's ever like, you never see an NBA player or an NFL player be like, yeah, man, as a kid, I was just such a big Dan Marino fan. I've always dreamed of playing for the Dolphins.
It's true. Yeah, I mean,
And
Kyler
that's
Murray
the thing. And
did it yesterday. He said he'd always dreamed they were always his team. He's like, I'm playing for the Vikings.
yeah. And that's the thing is we just talked about all the stands online. It's the same way when people are like these NBA players and their takes. It's like they're also just 28-year-old kids who grew up with a favorite player's poster on their wall.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you know, that was me, right? I grew up in a city that didn't have an NBA team. I can tell you right now who the posters are on my wall. Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. I'm trying to think, you know what I'm saying? Like guys that I liked watching play. And you know, you'd root for them. And it was good marketing. It was brilliant marketing, but it's laughable when you're seeing things from like an editorial piece in The Athletic talking about like a guy should take himself out of a game. Dude, I'm seeing things from people being like, there has to be an asterisk or just like Adam Silver should investigate. Who? The Heat? The Wizards?
Yeah. The league.
Yeah, like what is he investigating?
He's like, fuck me?
Yeah,
fuck me.
Yeah,
what did I do?
A guy put up 83 points on a shit team. You know, on a glorified G League team, whatever you want to call it. He still put up 83.
Guess what, Andy? The 2026 Washington Wizards would probably fucking be at the 3rd seed in the 1996 NBA playoffs. So shut the fuck up.
It's again, I was not prepared, and I should have been, to see these reactions.
I'm only prepared these days. I'm only prepared for the worst. I'm like, what's the worst take? I just wake up assuming I'm going to see the worst take I've ever seen every day.
Well, and now that we're talking Kobe, I just want to continue to iterate the fraud level of a lot of his stuff. I highly encourage everybody to read the story behind Black Mamba and Nike, which is a great, I don't know if you call it not investigate, but like just a deep dive piece that ESPN put out. Guess what, guys? Nike, their marketing team, the Jordan brand, other advertisers that they bring in, a big famous company, Wieden & Kennedy, who's done a lot of these pushes. Guess what? Guess what they all teamed up to do? Black Mamba was for Michael Jordan. It was literally for Michael Jordan. It was towards the end of his career at the Wizards. They did a huge push. They had never done a what's the word I'm looking for? A shoe without shoestrings.
Oh, right. A laceless shoe. A
laceless shoe. That's it. So they literally made a huge presentation to Jordan towards the end of his career. Again, he already had his own brand to do the Black Mamba. Now, they didn't know. It's a really interesting piece. Jordan was apparently terrified of snakes.
Feel that.
But next level of stories had leaked that if he saw a snake on a TV, he had to leave the room. I guess his kids messed with him and it didn't go well for them. They threw rubber snakes in his bed or something, and he lost his shit chasing him around the house. losing his mind. Like, so there's actual anecdotal stories.
I've heard, and this is again anecdotal, but I heard his dad messed with him too, and I'm just saying.
Damn, that's some 2014 dirty sports there.
And then I'm saying, I heard as part of this whole thing, Kobe Bryant, once they decided to pivot to Kobe messed with Mike. And I'm just saying, also look what happened to him. It's like Kobe's got like a list, or Jordan's got a list that's like the Clintons. Like, I don't know. It's just suspicious. A lot of people mess with Kobe. A lot of people mess with Jordan, and then they end up like Kobe.
So here's the kicker in the story, man. And this is why I'm calling Kobe like a fraud as far as this whole Mamba mentality, which we've always laughed at. So it doesn't end up working out, obviously, with Jordan. He ends up passing. They don't know what to do. Kobe Bryant ends up signing with Nike. I believe his first contract was at Adidas.
Yeah.
So that ends. He ends up signing with Nike in like, I don't know, 2003, 4, 5, whatever. They start marketing the Kobe Mamba because Kobe claims, this is the best part, he had no knowledge of the Michael Jordan stuff. Allegedly, Kobe's version is that he saw Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Right, the infamous Black Mamba scene with Daryl Hannah and Michael Madsen.
Yep.
Where she's describing the Black Mamba. It's a great scene, right? Where the Black Mamba jumps out of the money and attacks him. All those things. So Kobe is now saying, and Kobe's people are saying, they had no knowledge that this huge campaign with Michael Jordan in the Black Mamba shoe, they had no knowledge of it. He just decided one day he was the Black Mamba. And then he started investigating after he saw Kill Bill. Oh, he was researching on this snake, and that's how I play my game, which ironically is what Nike was doing after Jordan, saying you play your game like this. So that's their version, which is total bullshit. And even people in the story are saying, we laughed when we saw this end up with Kobe. We created this whole campaign for Jordan a year, 2 years, 3 years earlier. Whatever.
Well, listen, anybody who was an NBA fan then, like, deep into the game, it was always like, where did this come from? Like, it was like no one ever said that about, like, it was not a nickname that was organic.
No. And then he does and then the story shows, the infamous pose, or I don't know if it's infamous, but he does the pose in front of on Slam magazine where he does actually hold, it's not a Black Mamba, of course, but he's holding a non-venomous black snake, like right up to his face that looks like a Black Mamba. So anyway, this is why I'm calling Kobe a fraud, guys. They had this whole thing, this whole marketing campaign for basically the end and post Michael Jordan career. It didn't work out. Jordan had a fear of snakes. A few other things happened. Again, read the article, and just magically Kobe decides, like Joe said, he just decides he's the Black Mamba. Kobe's entire identity, I'll just say this, his entire identity is a copycat, worse version of Michael Jordan. It is.
Yeah.
Now look,
we have so much to talk about that we can certainly wrap this up, but I'll say one thing. For all of the shit that we're giving him right now, I think he would have celebrated Bam scoring 83. Maybe not at home, but publicly, because part of his brand is the competitor.
Yeah.
He certainly wouldn't be on Bleacher Report talking about the unethicalness of people breaking his record that he himself. He scored 60, took 60 shots in his last NBA game. If the guy didn't give a fuck about one thing, it was passing the ball.
Yeah. I do want to play that, and we will move on from this, but I do want to play again the clip because it's here. Jeremy Lin talking about Kobe Bryant.
Well, I can't wait for this because I'm a Jeremy Lin stan.
Yeah. So this is on, of course, Dwight Howard has a podcast. Everybody has a podcast. So this is him talking about their relationship
In the closet with Dwight Howard. Where NBA players join me inside my walk-in closet.
That'd be angry. That'd be, dude, if he did that, that'd be the best podcast name ever.
And he could have the R. Kelly song as the thing. And you coming in the closet? Jeremy Lin's in the closet.
You know,
I'm opening up the closet.
He only has drag queens on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like, and they talk basketball. All right. So this is Jeremy Lin talking about his relationship with Kobe.
And I was just only thinking in the moment, like, hey, you got to help. I would say if it was anybody else.
Yeah.
So y'all had that moment?
Yeah, we did. Very similar. He was upset at me over something that I was actually trying to do, but the coach was telling me not to do it. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, no, don't foul him. I was like, no, we got to foul him, right? And so Kobe was like, foul him. I was like, I know I'm trying to, but I'm telling the coach, and the coach is telling me don't foul. So then I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So it ended up being something where he had given me really bad body language. So I texted him. And we couldn't, like, me and him, like, when we would lose, we'd be up at like 3, 4 in the morning, just not able to sleep, just very competitive.
Yeah. So
I texted him, and I was like, hey man, like, I really don't appreciate the body language. And so he you know, he came back with a sharp response, and then I went back at him. But it ended cordial, where I ended up saying, I was like, I'm not saying that you can't teach me. You're obviously like 100 times the player I am. I want to learn anything and everything I can from you. I'm just asking, can you just say it and do it in a way that's like respectful to me as a man, right?
Yes.
And so he was like, all right, I got you. And then he sent over a text with some advice. He's like, let's start with this. I was like, I got you. I'm going to be focused on that. I'm going to be working on this. I'm going to be thinking on this of exactly what you're saying. I'm just trying to get better. I'm trying to help this team more. Mm-hmm. We didn't speak for the next 5 months.
Damn.
He's not used to people.
Yeah, he didn't speak
It's insane.
for the next 5 months. Let me continue.
Challenging him. And I wasn't challenging him like I'm better than you and I'm smarter than you. I was only challenging him like, hey, can you teach me in a way that's a little bit more effective for me to process it? It's not versus not like talking down to me. If you yelled at me and you're like, yo, what are you doing? Get your head out your ass. Like, lock in so we can win this game. Yeah. Like, it's like, you believe that if I lock in, we're going to win this game because you believe in who I am. Right? But if you're just talking down to me, yelling at me, talking down to me, like, yo, you like, it's like you have zero respect for me or whatever. Level. That hits me differently, where it feels like, it's not like, yo, I believe in you and you're letting us down. Yo, wake the hell up. It's like, I can't stand you. Get out my, you know, and you know what I mean? Like that type of energy was.
Pause for 1 second. I just want to say that Dwight Howard definitely should do this in a closet, because doing it in an open, active Starbucks is a wild move.
I was saying this car's driving by in the background.
Just somebody like, I got a frappe for Danielle. Danielle, frappe.
We don't even have to play anymore, but you know, I'm sure you can only imagine
the comments.
Yeah, of course I looked under it, and there's, you know, obviously there's people defending Lin. There's people, oh, he's a bitch. And it's like, guys, all he's saying is, which by the way is the man thing to do. He didn't like the body language, whatever. He reached out to Kobe directly. Obviously, they're you know, he's texting him and just says, hey man, like, you're obviously a million times better player than I am, but like, I'm trying to learn from you, but like, don't treat me like a bitch.
Yeah.
And he just said it right there. Like, there is a difference. And Kobe's response was to not talk to him for 5 months.
It's insane.
And they were teammates?
He's a fucking asshole. And I hope tomorrow night, I hope Kristaps Porzingis scores 82. I hope at some point Kobe Bryant is 14th on the most points scored in a game list.
But again, people will spin that as like, that's the Mamba mentality. When your teammate questions you, you don't talk to him for half a year. Mamba mentality.
Well, again, we talked about it before with like what Millie said about shooting the free throws, or what I said about the combined JV points or whatever, which is none of the people that ride for the dude have any idea what Jeremy Lin's talking about, because they've literally never dealt with a teammate. Because they're fucking dorks.
I'm just thinking of some of the, the greats that we've enjoyed in all sports. It's like, I just don't see. I mean, even Jordan. Jordan's not going to give you the ice. He's going to probably fight you or punch you like Steve Kerr, and then try to steal your money when he's playing cards in the plane. Like, I mean, it's awful behavior. Again, as the team, quote unquote, leader. We do have one last call regarding something that you posted. You're going to have to break this down for me.
Okay.
So one last call on this 83 points discussion. It's a quick hitter.
Hey guys, Jesus from San Francisco. I got a troll or moron question for you. Joe Praino's tweet about hockey players only being able to be on the ice for 90 seconds. Was that a troll tweet, or is he just that dumb? Thanks, guys.
Shots fired. What is this about?
There was somebody going after, and I don't even remember what the thing was, but it was, the attack of, and everybody in the NBA is soft and they're whatever, and somebody posted like, well, there's no doubt about it, like the hockey players, like hockey's so much harder, and I said, yeah, and that's why they have to do it in 90-second shifts. So I'm gonna step aside here, and you can take it if you want. But if you're asking me, troll or moron, that's like, I don't know. You could trust Google, you could trust ChatGPT, you could trust watching an NHL game at any moment. That's how long hockey shifts are. 90 seconds. So yes, hockey players go hard, and then they need a break. And listen, that's I understand it. I'm not questioning hockey players.
He cut out. Okay. Let me just pull up the original. So the original post was somebody quote posting Steve Kerr talking about they should go down to 10 games. Somebody responded to that. I don't watch or even care about basketball, but the NHL not only plays 82 games, but it's going to increase to 84, is infinitely more physical, fast, and harder to play than the bouncy ball with nets. I think you're just a pussy, they wrote. And then you responded to that. What you're saying is that explains why I only managed to do it for about 90 seconds straight.
Correct.
So here's my, well, first of all, I think
my point is this.
Yeah.
This is my point. My point is it's a totally different, like it couldn't be more apples and oranges. You could be the single greatest athlete in the history of the world. And, a great example of it is like a Nate Robinson type. Nate Robinson, it is an insane athlete, dude. He was he could have been a corner in the NFL. He probably, if he had trained for more than 8 seconds, could have been a boxer. He was in the NBA. He had the ability to score 40 points in an NBA game. He was a freak athlete. But guess what? He wasn't 6'7". If he was 6'7", he'd be fucking Tracy McGrady. It's a completely different thing. You're comparing apples and oranges. What are you like? What is the point of this? And my response is,
it is apples to oranges.
It's apples, and not only is it apples to oranges, but the average NBA player plays 40 minutes in a game. LeBron James doesn't go hard for 90 seconds.
Well, to be fair, though, also they are different skill sets. One, you're literally on ice and skates.
Yeah.
Like that's insanely difficult from a
But the whole,
skill
but
set.
the original tweet is bouncy bally guys.
Yeah. I agree. That's too dismissive to
the world's greatest athletes are in the NBA. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. You're a freak athlete and you're 6'7".
Well, let me put it this way. I have a nephew who is going to be a freshman next year. He's already like in high school. He's already like size 14 shoes, 6'2", 6'3". He's dunking already. This is prime example. His two sports he plays are football and basketball. He's probably going to be 6'5", 6'6". We all know going in, right? Your ticket to a possible D1 scholarship ain't basketball. It's DN, tight end, whatever it is for football.
Right.
And that basically proves that point. It's like it's just too hard. It's just too difficult.
And the truth is, him playing basketball is what will help him immensely in getting a scholarship playing football.
Yeah.
If he's a tight end or whatever, he gets using his body to shield guys and box guys out for jump balls, etc. All that stuff. It's great. But like my response is not like I'm coming at those guys. The tweet is coming at NBA players. That's the tweet. The tweet is coming at the floppy, bouncy, bally guys. Okay, but they do manage to do it for more than 90 consecutive seconds. And that's just the facts. Use Google, use ChatGPT, use your eyes. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, and again, I
don't forget their extra. There's no halftime. Why is there no halftime? We need 2 breaks. We need 2.
Well,
now listen, I know that's about cleaning up the ice and all that stuff, but just when you guys when you write a whole thing about how the NBA is soft because they don't want to play 10 more games, guess what? Hockey also starts a month earlier. So your games are more spread out.
I just hate the comparison in general because again, they're just 2 completely different sports with 2 completely different skill sets, which are both amazing, right? Like I can't imagine doing with the NBA guys. I also can't imagine doing with the NHL guys, going on skates. Like doing that at such a high competitive level. I hate when people try to compare stuff like that. It's stupid.
But also here's the important thing is, we're the gang of guys here in Steamboat talking about watching the Winter Olympics yesterday. It's such a specific thing. Like you said, skating on ice and whatever, like Norway was dominating. Like it's like way more of like a skilled thing. And the point is it's insecurity. It's insecurity when people make those tweets. The bouncy bally guy. Okay. You're just trying to take down the best athletes in the world because you feel some sort of way about having to watch your playoff games on HGTV after House Hunters or whatever. Like it's just dumb. It's just dumb. And again, no one was sitting like no NBA fans are sitting here shitting on Bam Adebayo. No one's like, how does it compare to hockey? But hockey guys are always like, no, everybody's a flopping bitch. And it's like, all right, well, maybe do it for 2 minutes straight. We'll see who's like the badass tough guy.
Well, and my thing too, it does go back to the Bam thing. Obviously, that's where this originates. If basketball was that easy, more guys would do it. And also,
because you know why? Because they get paid 47 times. The last guy to sub out of the Bam Adebayo game makes more money than fucking Alex Ovechkin made in his career.
And also, again, and then we'll move on. The same way, if it was that easy to score 83 points, more guys would do it.
Right.
Plain and simple. Like here's my thing. You and I come on this show, we critique sports, we critique athletes, we praise them, we do everything. That's what we do. But you and I's baseline, where we've always agreed, is like, these guys are the professionals. They're the best of the best in the world. So when people go on Twitter or Threads or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And they are so dismissive of professional, like of a skill set. It's laughable. It's embarrassing. And you're right. Most of them probably didn't achieve anything athletically. I think we've said all we can say on that, right?
Yeah. 49 minutes into the show.
It needed to be done, though, Joe.
Great.
Side note, before we move on, I have to laugh. I have to laugh with you on this. You'll get a kick out of this. I didn't want to tell you until we went on the show. We get a lot of random guest requests now. I don't know where this happened. My email has had a huge uptick.
Oh yeah. I know how this happened. We've made it on that. That means we've made it on some sort of PR list.
Okay, so we definitely have. So I get sent a lot of guest requests, and they are random. People we definitely would not be interested in. People who have nothing to do with sports, which is wild. And it's like an AI bot is writing this, and I'm going to start responding to people because I think it'd be fun to see where it goes. Do you want to hear who the one we got this week?
Sure. Zach Mettenberger. Zach Mettenberger's new cookbook, Zach Mets and Burgers.
The title of this email, the headline, What Jay Paterno Reveals About Today's College Football.
Wow.
Paterno's kid. Hi, Andy and Joe. Reaching out again because I ignored the first email. Because Jay Paterno brings such a distinctive perspective to today's college football scene. As someone who's coached on the sideline during pivotal transitions in the sport, and now as an author and commentator, Jay's not only witnessed kids getting butt raped in the shower. Wait, she said that?
Wow, why would that be in there?
But how rules and realities have shifted. We'd love to bring him on your show to talk about the current state of college football, the NIL deals. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Not only can I imagine, I think we need to make it happen. I mean, when you talk about obvious.
By the way, I still got the Joe Paul new.
I know. I was going to say, if you're a PR company that's done so little research that you're reaching out to the Joe Pa new guy to see if his son can come on your show, I think we just welcome him. I mean, they're clearly not going to listen to this either.
No. Literally, my first question would be like, so
how much did you know, Jay?
Yeah.
We've already established that your dad knew and did nothing about all the raping going on. But how much did you personally know?
Did you ever walk through the showers and see some kid getting Sandusky'd?
Yeah. And did you hang out with Sandusky's son? Was there a second generation of rape protectors?
You know what I love about this email? She followed up. It was like, hey, Andy and Joe.
Hey,
I don't know if you got my first email about Jay Paterno coming on your show.
I've seen pictures of Andy online in a Penn State jersey, so we know you're a fan.
It's so funny. I was looking in my closet the other day, and I was like, I got some random jerseys still sitting in here. I got a Joe Pa new Penn State. I got a Richie Incognito Dolphins ones, courtesy of Twerks with Wolves. I got an Adam Morrison one. Dirtball Chris from Indiana. So it's like, I got some random jerseys just sitting there.
OJ?
Forgot. Oh, no, OJ's framed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, OJ's framed over there. Which, by the way, funny because when I'm on like work calls for Gold Star, OJ's mugshot is here. And like my brother always makes the joke. He's like, dude, you're on like work calls? And like, okay, the LeBron thing, the Reds, people are just like, oh, he's a sports guy. Has anyone ever been like, why is OJ's mugshot the background on like a Zoom or Google Meet call?
Incredible.
Yeah.
You're like, no one has asked, actually.
So, Praino, I mean, I can respond about Jay Paterno.
I say we just get him on.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Yeah, I don't know why this list. I mean, here's one I got yesterday. What Dr. David Traster brings to neurological health.
Yeah, I get this on Jay's email a lot these days. There's got to be a new thing and it specifically comes through
it's connected to Substack for sure.
Yeah, and connected to like the I think they've got a thing now because even on our like Apple Podcasts or whatever, if you go deep enough and you click a right and the knife buttons, eventually you'll get an email that is connected to the show. There's got to be a app or something now that just goes like, oh, we mine emails for podcasts and then we just mass blast them.
It's insane, man. It's insane where we're at. Let's talk a little NFL free agency.
Sure.
Always, I don't know. For me, it's always like, where do you even start?
Yeah.
So much has happened. I might miss some things. You know what's crazy is you put into Google or you put into whatever, ChatGPT, and you say like NFL free agency tracker. I literally could not find just like, there's like, oh, here's the best available free agents, or we're rating the free agent signings or the trades. There's not just like, there's
not just like a timeline of like signings.
No, and a lot of them do it team by team.
That's
like
Adam. It's basically just Schefter and Ian Rappaport's like timelines is basically what you just got to look at.
Yeah, but there's a lot because so much happens. So, I mean, I think the first place we have to start is this whole Baltimore Ravens saga.
Okay.
With Max Crosby, them backing out of the trade. Definitely shady stuff happening here.
Yeah.
They knew he was coming off an injury. They also knew nobody had signed Trey Hendrickson. They could get him, Trey Hendrickson, obviously older, but still very, a top edge rusher, top 5 edge rusher the last 4 or 5 years, and still keep 2 first-round picks.
Yeah. So they flunked Crosby. And what was weird is I saw it. Did you share it with me or did somebody else share it with me? Hold on.
Yeah, you're there.
So you can hear me. I just can't hear you.
Okay.
That the Raiders made subsequent moves that were now going to be like, had to be like, they signed people with the money that came free from the Max Crosby deal, and now they would have to adjust that, like some of the, and I don't even know how that's progressed, but I put up on the Dirty Sports Twitter the other day, that's so Raiders, that's so Raven meme, because this is literally like the only team that it could happen to. It's like that's so Raiders or that's so Jets.
Yeah,
like,
I did share that with you. So basically, you're right. The Raiders, based off the Max Crosby trade, which doesn't happen, sign a bunch of these guys, spend a lot of money. Then Crosby comes back, so he's back on the books. So it's not good. And I know a lot of people are like, I love how people are like, they better investigate the Ravens. Look, the Ravens obviously did some shady shit here. They better. I'm like, guys, half the NFL owners are connected to Jeffrey Epstein. You think they're investigating this? Like we all saw with your Giants. I guess Tish is given his kids, technically it's put in their trust, but it doesn't really matter. Right. Because he's still technically on the board the whole night. Regardless, my point of this is that the NFL is not investigating the Ravens when they have multiple owners connected to a pedophile ring.
Well, this is where like the NFL injuries, whether it comes to free agency or the weekly injury report or whatever, it's like by NBA standards or MLB standards, whatever, like all these guys are hurt all the time. So you can always just say he's hurt or he's not hurt or whatever. So I feel like every free agency, and this happened, you remember this happened years ago with Drew Brees and the Dolphins and his shoulder. And it feels like if you wanted to flunk a guy, you could do it in the NFL, but it doesn't happen because these guys, they're like, we know they're like kind of banged up, but we want Max Crosby.
Yeah. It's the equivalent. Remember when you had to go to the weed doctor?
Yeah.
Get a medical.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the equivalent of that where they're like, So you having trouble sleeping? And you're like, no, not really. And he's like, oh, but your arm is having serious pain. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So sounds like we can prescribe you. It's the same way with them flunking.
I mean, I used to do a joke about it. I'd be like, I'm depressed. And he's like, what are you depressed about? I was like, I don't have any weed right now. And he's like, oh yeah, we'll get you healthy.
I remember that
Get
bit.
you out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's clearly obvious, right? They had buyer's remorse. Trey Hendrickson was basically listed as the top or second highest rated free agent. Nobody signed him. They saw that his price went down. They realized they could sign him again and keep both first round picks. And they backed out of the deal.
Yeah. And it's fucking for sure shady.
It's
but like
sure
also
shady.
but also you're set up in this position where you're able to do it. And also basically the Raiders are the only team that would ever happen to. Like every other team would be like, all right, let's get this deal done.
You know what's obvious to me through my kind of theme through all this free agency and all these teams is these teams are what the history of these teams shows. And by that I mean the Ravens are overall a well-run organization. Are they going to do some shady shit? Yeah. The Raiders are overall a poorly run organization.
Yeah.
The Jets are a poorly run organization. Hence, they would go back to Geno Smith.
Right. I joked yesterday, or a couple days ago. I called into the radio show here to promote the show's sports radio show, and I was like, the Jets are sitting there going like, "Bro, Max Crosby's available suddenly again. I think if we offer him 2 first rounders, we can get him."
100%. And I mean, look, I literally texted and again, how organizations are run. I texted when that deal fell through, and I'm sure I wasn't the only one to say this. I texted my buddy, and I always laugh about how big of a debacle the Bengals are. I literally texted my buddy. The Ravens are going to sign Hendrickson tomorrow, and I'm going to laugh. They're going to sign a guy, steal him from their division rival, and then Burrow's going to have to deal with him 2 games a year. And sure enough, I get a text from my buddy being like, holy shit, you called it. Which again, it's like Ravens, poorly run organization. I'm sorry, Bengals, poorly run organization. Ravens, well-run organization. Now you got it. Now you're stuck with this guy in division. You just see it with these teams. Atlanta's a dumpster fire right now. What are they doing? What are they doing at the QB situation? You added Tua to Michael Penix Jr. after signing Kirk Cousins, and then that didn't work out. You clearly have no clue what you're doing. You don't have a mic. It's just a debacle.
What happened to Kirk Cousins?
He's not on the Falcons anymore.
Is he's a free agent?
Free agent.
Jets are doing the black guy licking his lips meme.
But that's my point. Is like these franchises, it blows my mind. You and I love talking quarterbacks. What are you doing if you're the Atlanta Falcons? Tua has never showed he can play at an elite NFL level.
Well, they're also, I mean, I think what they're doing is they're taking a scrap heap guy. It's not like they sign, it's not like you got whatever from them. And listen, that's the least of their problem. I mean, what's happening with you're talking about dumpster fire franchises? It's like the Dolphins are eating Tyreek's money and Tua's money simultaneously. And then they went out and they got Malik Willis. Let's go. If you're a Dolphins fan, is Mac out there? Does Mac want to go 11 wins on the Dolphins? I think it's set at 3.5.
Yeah, the Malik, by the way, our boy Tyler Dunn, I know, wrote a whole piece on this. The Malik Willis thing is interesting because it's the Matt Flynn gamble.
Yeah.
You're basing this contract off 1.5 good games from Malik Willis.
And listen.
And it might work out. Who knows?
Yeah, in the league. Well, it's not going to work out for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
But, I wasn't against saying if you needed a guy. But the issue is, and Tyler did a great piece on it, like you said, is like I could see him getting 30 million. Like I wouldn't have been like, oh no, my team went out and got Malik Willis, who like looks like there's some upside there again after 1.5 games. But $30 million a year?
Yeah, it's insane. You know, a lot of these things to me are also like the draft. You don't know until the season plays out, right? People, they want to do these draft, you know, the free agency grades, the good, the bad, the ugly. You never know. A guy changes teams, he can turn his career around. A guy can also downgrade his career. You never know when these guys change teams. But look, there obviously are teams who are extremely aggressive. There's teams who aren't as aggressive. It's like you saw Washington trying to completely overhaul their defense. They're going after it. They obviously have a quarterback. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's some interesting ones like the Kyler Murray, Minnesota, which Tyler Dunn called last week would happen. That's an interesting one. Also,
Well,
this is year 3 of JJ McCarthy. Like, what are we at there?
Yeah. Listen, I don't think suddenly they're going back to winning 14 games.
No.
But he's not JJ McCarthy. Although I can't wait. I can't wait. I know. Yeah. Week one, he's going to have the eye black on.
The JJ
and then they'll just shrink down that guy so he's small. Like the memes are going to be great.
The JJ McCarthy meme is definitely currently one of my favorites. The Kyler Murray memes yesterday about him being obviously small and short. Like I can't get enough of that. That's my thing with like free agency, like meme season. Oh man, it's good. Did you see the former Jets guy who used ChatGPT after he committed murder?
No. Oh yes. Yeah. How to get rid of the body I murdered?
Darren Lee, their former first-round pick, consulted with ChatGPT how to cover up the murder of his girlfriend after he stabbed her to death. I mean, it's a brutal stabbing, to be honest. I read it. Yeah. It's a tough one to read. This is what he put in the ChatGPT to cover his tracks. Don't know what to do right now. Fiance did her crazy thing again, and now she's messed up. I wake up and she has 2 swollen black eyes. He puts in parentheses, I didn't do anything, self-inflicted.
You put that on ChatGPT?
On ChatGPT, he put this in. She stabbed herself, slit her eye. I don't know, but she isn't waking up or responding. What do I do? He typed into ChatGPT.
And ChatGPT was like, call the police?
Yes.
Yeah.
Call 911. And dude, it didn't stop there. He also asked if someone slipping and falling could cause puncture wounds.
We are cooked. We are too reliant on ChatGPT at this point. Self-incriminating. I love that he's lying to ChatGPT too. ChatGPT responding, he's like, no, it's chill. I know you didn't kill her, but let's just say you did. Are you trying to cover up the murder?
You know what this is? This is the 2026 version of OJ's book, If I Did It.
Yeah.
The new technological version. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm guilty. Like, I'm guilty of relying. Like I'm going to ChatGPT way too much. But also, when you have kids, you're like, yo, what does this mean? What does this mean? Like every little thing. Yo, she's constipated. What's the best fruit I can get right in how old's your kid? 13 months, 12 days. Like, what's the best fruit I can get in her to like get rid of this gas right now? Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, that's next level.
That's crazy.
But again, Joe, back to the point.
I didn't, in parentheses, I didn't do it.
Jets. I mean, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, of course he was drafted in the first round by the Jets. You know what I didn't have on my bingo card is Wendy's just trolling Geno Smith for no reason at all.
Incredible. I know. Does this make you want to have some tendies?
No. You know what? To be honest, it kind of pissed me off. I'm like, Your guys' food sucks. I'm out on Wendy's. And I loved his response. I don't know if did you see his response?
No.
Good for Gino for sticking up for himself. You know, Wendy's tweets, in case things don't work out in free agency, we're looking for a chief tasting officer. You know, they're, mocking Geno Smith being cut. He responded with just a screenshot. It says Wendy's sales plunged, and how they had their worst same store sales last year in 20 years. And they're closing 200 locations. That's my thing with Wendy's, by the way. Like, it's tough to talk shit when your product sucks now and you're closing stores. I'm just saying. I want my goddamn tendies. I'm still mad about that. Are there any players that you really like where they went, or any teams where you're like, oh, they upgraded big, or I like where these guys are going?
Sadly, I haven't gotten to do the deep dive. I've really just kind of seen the headlines. So I'll get back to you on that. Obviously I've been monitoring the Giants situation, which is just sign everybody that once played for the Ravens. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I've been following that as well. I mean, look, he's got his guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, take the Isaiah, like, I think the likely signing's good.
Yeah, I
think he's a good athletic big tight end.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think Harbaugh's one of those coaches who knows his guys. He knows what he wants.
What has been generally considered the biggest splash?
It's a good question. I think obviously the Hendrickson thing made
right. Yeah. The story, right,
because of the Max Crosby, but also you're getting. They haven't really had a huge edge rusher if he can stay healthy. So you're getting that again against the division rival.
And listen, you and I were talking about it when the Max Crosby thing, and you were saying it wasn't a big deal, and I said the opposite, which is like, I think they absolutely have. This is what they should do. They should focus on being like try. I mean, it goes without saying, like, try to have the number one defense in football, but like, enough with the whole like Lamar needs weapons. Like, run Lamar into the ground at this point. Run the option with him and Derrick Henry for 2 years until both their heads fall off, and hope you have number one defense in football, and see if you can't sneak a Super Bowl win in the weird times where Sam Darnold wins them.
Yeah, well, obviously, they do have some weapons on offense at this point anyway.
I know, but I'm saying I don't know if that's the move. No, I don't know if that's the move. I don't know if that's the recipe for a championship for them.
Well, it's interesting that both, I asked, when Tyler Dunn and I were discussing quarterbacks, and it's like, it's wild that, and I didn't think this, it's like both him and I swap Jordan Love for Caleb Williams. We have the same top 5 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And it's like I said on the show, both of us just are like, didn't have Lamar. And like, I mean, that's I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't, but that's my thing with Lamar. It's like, you have had the number one defense.
Yeah.
What do you need? I'll tell you what Joe needs, guys, and the boys need out there in Steamboat. They're going to need some Miller Lites this weekend. I'm sure they're stocked up.
I wish we were. We're not yet, but we will be today. I'm so spoiled of going to do my ski weekends in Tahoe. Every time I open the fridge at Ian's house, he's already got me pre-stocked. I came here yesterday. We're in like an Airbnb, completely empty. Broke my heart a little bit. We'll find some today, that's for sure.
Well, you should, first of all. And if you need help, guys, I got it right up there on the screen, MillerLite.com/dirty sports. Now is the time. It's March. I know we don't discuss it too much on the show, March Madness, but legendary moments always happen in March with the tournament. Joe, you should make a legendary life moment with the boys over some Miller Lite, right? You hit the slopes, you come back, kick back a few cold ones.
That's absolutely going to happen, and I'm ashamed to say, It's been a few weeks since I've had one. Miller Lite, do you need an international lead marketing guy? We need to get Miller Lite in Japan. It wasn't anywhere.
Yeah.
I kept asking everywhere. They're like, no. So I haven't had one in a couple weeks, and I gotta say, I got the itch. I need to get back for, legendary vacation, but not legendary enough.
Well, cheers to legendary moments with Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/dirty sports to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. And I do have to ask, we have not talked about Japan at all.
It's glorious. It's an amazing place. I read this quote the other day that somebody said, and I was like, it couldn't explain it any better. They said, Japan is stuck in the 90s, but it was 50 years in the future then. So it's still like 20 years ahead. You simultaneously feel like you're in the past and the future. Just an incredible place. I mean, the food was so good. Tokyo was amazing. We got to go skiing. We went to Kyoto and saw all the like historical temples and stuff like that. It was just like a whirlwind 12 days, just like nonstop stuff. And it was, shout out to Samir, by the way. Dirtball put me on to a $60 a person omakase restaurant that was incredible. I was like, are you sure? Like at the end, I was like, I feel like they're about to hit me with a bill for $1,000. Nope. $127 total. So huge clutch pull from Samir there. Just an incredible experience. I'm still kind of coming down from it all.
10 out of 10?
Yeah. Easy. I was kind of looking. We were doing 5 days in Tokyo to start, and then we were going skiing, and I was so excited to go to the mountains that I was kind of like looking past Tokyo, but Tokyo is just an incredible city. My wife and I were like, we could live here. And we didn't learn a word of Japanese while we were there.
Everybody speaks English.
Yeah. For the most part. And if not, they can get by.
Is it just clean?
Incredibly. I did a joke on stage when I did stand-up that Japan's not built for a man my size. I hit my head like 700 times while I was in there. And everybody talks about the toilets, which are great. The toilet situation is incredible. It's the future. Like 20 buttons on the digital control next to every toilet, warm seats and whatever. But it's not built for a guy my size. I had to go to the bathroom in a public restroom. I had to take a shit in a public restroom, and toilet a little small. My penis touched the front of the inside of the bowl. And I was like, if that happened to me in Penn Station, I'd kill myself. They'd find me dead in the bathroom. But I was like, Japan's so clean. I feel like I just washed my dick.
That's great, man. I've always wanted to go. You only hear good things.
Yeah.
And just the people are just lovely people, right?
Yeah. Just like incredible, like weird, like things everywhere too. Like no smoking outside on the street. So you don't see anybody smoking. They're all smoking inside or like in little vestibules or whatever. No one's eating while walking. There's no garbage cans anywhere. You never get a napkin. It's all kinds of crazy, but you get used to it. And you're like, this is better.
Yeah. Like, what was your best part? What was your favorite part? Did you have one?
Yeah. A couple. There was a couple standouts. Obviously, the food was incredible, but listening bars where like old Japanese men play their vinyl records while you drink. It's incredible. What an amazing experience. Just these little bars, Japanese man behind some turntables, throwing you requests every couple drinks. This is like I could do that. I want to open a Japanese listening bar.
What's the exchange rate with the American dollar and the Japanese yen?
It's like 1,500 Japanese yen is like $10.
I'm saying, like, was it good for you? Was it
incredible? Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Everything was super cheap. We went the first night we were there. Like, their 7-Elevens are a thing where you like people like eat at the 7. I had roughly 15 egg salad sandwiches from 7-Eleven while I was there. Like, no joke. We had at least one every day. But I went and I got 3 canned cocktails, like 4 sandwiches, and a bunch of like chips and snacks because we got there late enough where we're like, we don't have to go find, let's just go and pile up on stuff and get stuff for the morning, whatever. It's like $14.
Wow. Like, did it feel Tokyo? Does it feel overwhelming though with like how many people?
A little bit, but not really. Like as a New Yorker, not really. But like I could understand that for some people.
Yeah.
But it's not. No, it's just kind of, it's great. It's and now with like, Apple Maps is just telling me what exit to leave the subway and all the things. It's like it's pretty easy to manage. Like we got around very easily.
Is the subway as calm as they say it is?
Yeah. Like I was at one point I was at one point talking to Charlotte and she's like, "Can you be quiet? Being a little loud." I was like, Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. It's just polar opposite of New York City.
My wife loved it because she doesn't want me to talk to her. So she's like, "Come on, no talking on the subway."
That's amazing. Did you get to any like coastal areas? Did you?
No, sadly.
Okay. I was just curious. What that's like.
Saw some on the bullet train on the way from Kyoto to Tokyo, but no, we're in the mountains and Tokyo and Kyoto. That was the 3 big spots.
Well, that's great. So when you came back, were you like traveling back in time? I always get confused on this.
Yes, landed. Landed 7 hours before we took off on the same day.
Oh, wow. So that was an adjustment. And then you just go right out to Colorado.
Yeah. And yesterday, I got up at 3 a.m. to make a 5 a.m. flight in Santa Barbara. So, yeah, I don't know what day or time or year it is right now.
You want to hear something which I don't know if you saw.
Hey, listen, it's been a bit of a whirlwind. Kobe Bryant still has the second most points in an NBA game all time, right? Just I want to make sure I've got a baseline for the important things in life.
I saw, speaking of time travel, I saw
who has the 7th most 40-point games in NBA history. I'm just trying to make sure everything's still normal.
Which, by the way, we didn't even talk about. SGA breaks Wilt Chamberlain's consecutive streak of most 20-point games. Are people up in arms about that?
No, because TV didn't exist.
So that's my point.
People couldn't have weird gay crushes on Wilt Chamberlain.
So we don't care.
Yeah. We care. I mean, the normal people care because they're like, good for him. It's impressive. None of the weirdos care, though.
It is fascinating. Like I saw a kid around here the other day, like a kid, like 7 or 8 year old kid wearing a Kobe jersey, and I did find that as interesting. I was like, man, 7 or 8 year old little white kid in Cincinnati. Kobe was retired before he was probably born.
Yeah.
Like that marketing is legit, man.
When I got my plane home, I was like you said, I went back in time. I was hoping when I landed that it was some Marty McFly shit, and I was so far back in time that I had a chance to change what had happened in Miami. I was like, I'm going to do it for Mamba.
Well, speaking of Marty McFly, I was going to allude to that a second ago. Here's something crazy. Somebody posted this, and I was like, that is crazy. Back to the Future is like a big deal because he goes from 85 to 55. Somebody's like, that's like us going from right
now to 85.
What's up?
From now, it would be going
96.
Wow.
That's the point. Like, it's just us going to 1996.
Yeah.
Like, think about what you're doing then, or think about the technology. Like, I don't know. It's all nuts. But like you said, I feel like that's what I always think about Japan. It's like you're in the future.
You're actually, the future that you're in is the future in Back to the Future. You're in the 2025 that they come up with in there. That's exactly what you're in.
Well, you need to get some sleep, man.
Yeah. Right after I shred some mountain today.
When do you go back to California?
Sunday.
Okay.
So we'll see you first thing Monday morning.
All right. Well, give a shout in the hotline, guys. 859-832-0478. And once again, I'm going to be dropping old episodes every other Wednesday, I should say.
I love that you said you're into it too, because I'm also like, well, if there's ever another Monday that we can't make for whatever reason, we also have a turnkey fill-in now.
It's again, I think, yeah, it's a nice reflection of the show on us and just the evolution. I have some ideas of some episodes we can go to, but real quick, even just scrolling through the episode titles, bro, we have a Dirty Sports episode titled Doris Burke's Dick. Title of an episode.
I'm surprised there wasn't multiple.
We have an episode title, I think, about Tim Tebow and a rusty trombone. I mean, it's pretty, like, I guess you forget when you do over 1,200 episodes.
And is that about him circumcising kids from behind while he eats their ass?
No, I think it was about, I don't know if you remember the ESPN reporter who went off at the DMV. I think which would track. I think she's a Fox News girl now. Like she was a cute blonde, so that would track.
Yeah.
I think it was titled like Britt McHenry should give Tim Tebow a rusty trombone.
Oh yeah. I remember that now. It's amazing.
I mean, dare I say? From a troll standpoint, and you and I both like him as a person. Do we bring back the Joe Bartnick episode?
Oh, that's great.
I'm just saying, for like, we're talking about it this episode of like awful 90s basketball takes. Do we bring back the Joe Bartnick?
Their shorts aren't short enough.
I mean, literally, I'm pretty sure he spurred the condoms are for Joe Bartnick.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of gems in there we could go back to. Anyway.
So call the hotline. Let us know.
Let us know. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Great to have you back, Praino. You enjoy the weekend and you guys enjoy it as well. We'll see you guys on Monday. And as always, stay dirty.